welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. So today's video is, if you hadn't guessed already, Kylie Jenner inspired. She posted a picture on Instagram a few days ago with this kind of similar look with a pop of yellow in the corner, and I was like, oh my god, I need to recreate that look. I've been obsessed with yellow looks actually for a little bit of a while, and I've been saving stuff to my Instagram kind of favorites to kind of film and recreate a yellow look. But somehow when I saw the Kylie Jenner look, I was like, whoa, doing that today. So it's been a couple of days since she's posted, but I decided to recreate the look. So today's video is going to be very much a get ready with me, just loose bit of a chit chat as I do my makeup. So if you're interested in finding out how I got this, then please keep watching. Alright, so my eyebrows are done and my eyelids are primed as per usual. So I'm gonna go in with quite a long head fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 350M palette, which is the matte one. I haven't used this in a really long time, but I'm gonna go in to this shade right here. And I'm just gonna give a sweep of colour under my brow bone. Just to kind of lay down just to kind of set my brows. Yeah, so I've been seeing and loving a lot of kind of yellow looks lately all over Instagram. But the last look that I saw and loved was this look on Kylie Jenner. So I don't know what it was about it, but just that little pop of yellow in the inner corner was like, oh my god. I mean, it isn't even anything revolutionary or anything crazy, but I don't know what it was about it that made me feel like, wow, 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 I need to recreate that look. So that's what we're gonna go for today. So she's kind of got a very neutral lid, so nothing too dramatic, so kind of all of the attention goes on to the yellow in the inner corner, which is what we're going to do as well. So I'm just bringing this down now more onto my lids. This kind of pukey, browny yellow colour. By the way, thank you so much for all of the love that I've gotten from so many of you through comments or through DMs or comments here on my Instagram about our new arrival, my baby girl. Wow, I will do a completely separate video about pregnancy, my pregnancy, labour, delivery story. But being a mum is amazing. I mean, she makes me feel like I have so much purpose and so much to live for. Not that I didn't have anything to live for before, but I really do just feel like, wow, I have to step up my game now for you, baby girl. So it's been a humbling experience and I'm loving it so far. So now I'm going to go into this slightly warmer colour. You remember I used to use this all the time. If you've been watching my channel before, you can see I've hit pan. It's a little bit deeper, and I'm just switching to a more dense brush. And I'm just gonna start adding this colour into the crease a little bit. It's not much different from the original colour, but I just want to add a very subtle hint of dimension that most people probably won't notice until you come up really close. So what have you guys been watching on the old TV? I don't watch regular TV, by the way. I just can't. I do YouTube or Netflix or download something. But I recently discovered this series on Netflix called Bodyguard, or The Bodyguard. I don't know if it's Bodyguard or The Bodyguard. It's a British kind of crime drama. And I binge watched it. It's so good. So if you like kind of like crime, conspiracy, with a little bit of action and a hint of politics and police drama, then you would really, really like that show. So it's on Netflix. It's just 6 episodes, but the last episode is a bit longer than the standard ones. But honestly, whoa, I really, really enjoyed that. So go check that out. Let me know if you have any good recommendations for shows that you're watching at the minute that I should check out now that I'm in the household time. Alright, I'm just looking into this and seeing if I want to deepen it just a hint further in this outer corner, and I'm gonna try, and I hope it's not gonna come out too dark, this colour right here. I'm just keeping it quite cool toned. Let's see. Yeah, that's alright. And I'm keeping this now quite low in the crease. I'm not taking it up too high and not sweeping it in too much. Also, I've been through all of the comments that you all made on my giveaway video. That was really, really useful. So thank you so much if you took the time to write down a list. I know it was because it was a condition for entry, but it has also really helped me to know what kind of stuff you want me to do and what kind of content you would like to watch. So expect a ton of videos coming up. One of the big requests on there was for me to do a skincare video. The reason I haven't done a skincare video this year is just because my skin went to absolute crap. Hormones just messed up my entire face. Actually right now it's about 2 weeks since I gave birth and already my skin looks a ton better. And I haven't been actually doing anything to it these past few weeks because I just wanted it to settle on its own, and it became really sensitive just after birth. So I stopped using what I was using in terms of skincare. So now that pregnancy is over, I am going to start kind of picking up my skincare routine again, and then I will basically explain what it is that I'm using, how I'm using it, what my kind of trouble areas are, and how I'm trying to work on that. So expect the skincare video soon. Plus, I've all the other ideas. I've noted them down in a notebook, and I've started to make a list of which ones I'm filming when. So you can expect a ton of videos based on your requests going forward. So I think I'm going to stop there because that was the point, just to have it kind of really, really subtle. I don't even know whether you can see what I've done in terms of gradient, but in real life, I can see that it has a very subtle gradient. So now I'm going to try and go in and do something on my inner corner. I had already laid down concealer as per usual, but I feel as though I might need just a teensy tiny pick-me-up to make sure that this works the way that it should. So I'm going into a synthetic pointed brush and into, as you know, my Makeup Revolution concealer. This one is in the shade C12. It's the one that's slightly lighter, and I like to use that when I'm gonna lay down a bright color. So I'm just gonna tap this into my inner corner. And also along the bottom of my of my eye as well. Okay, and for the yellow, I have a few different yellows that are available in different palettes and singles that I've bought, but I'm gonna first try and go in with the yellow from the Huddah Beauty Cosmetics palette. Ooh, a bit bright. It's called Accra, anyway, it's that yellow right there. If you'd like a more detailed review of this palette, I have done one, so I'll just make sure to leave the information down below and on screen. So this is like a really shouty yellow. I hope it's going to pop up as much as I want it to. And I'm just using this really fine, detailed brush to try and lay down that colour. This is a matte shade, so it's a bit tricky to kind of get matte shades to work, especially if they are super bright. But that's what we're going to do here. So it's a little bit not chalky, but I'm definitely getting fallout from this colour. But I am also packing on quite a bit. I'm putting the yellow in on quite a wide area just because I'm gonna go in with concealer and stuff to clean up under here once I am putting on my foundation and stuff, so don't let that alarm you. And I can also clean up this area as well if it comes out looking a bit wrong. I think for anybody that is a little bit kind of cautious or anxious rather about using bright colours on your face, then this is definitely one way to incorporate a hint of colour without it being overwhelming. Just because it's just this what am I trying to say? Just because it's this little hint in the corner, it's definitely less intimidating as well to create than a full yellow eye, for example, which is what I was going to do originally. But once I saw this, I was like, why wouldn't I do it this way instead? Duh. So this is definitely a way to incorporate that. Okay, so I'm going to leave the eyes as that for now. They're not perfect in any way by any stretch of the imagination, but I am just going to go ahead, oops, and do the rest of my face. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Angel Veil primer. And just lay that down. My cheeks and around my mouth, just because that's where I have some quite visible pores, shall we say. Don't worry about the purple cast that this foundation gives, that this primer gives, because I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear foundation over this, so don't you worry, girl. Alright, foundation time. My skin, by the way, during this pregnancy, changed colour about a million times. So I found it really hard for me to kind of discern what foundation shade I should be, just because it just looked like it was wrong all the time. I'm using the Superstay in the shade Truffle. Sorry, that's the Maybelline Superstay. Looks like that. And I'm using this brush, which has become my favourite of late. It's part of a set from AOA Studio, which you can pick up from Cocoon Beauty. I actually find for a thicker foundation like this, a brush that moves a lot more is more flattering, I feel, to application than one that's super stiff. I'm just adding a teeny bit more into that brush so that I can get up to my forehead. But this foundation is still such a good one in terms of how it applies and the look that you can get from it, because it's just so flawless on the skin. I love it. Now, time for some concealer under these eyes. You guys know the drill. Until I find another concealer that takes over this one, sorry, but you will just keep seeing me use shade C13 again and again and again. Okay, now just when I'm coming into these eyes, I'm correcting kind of where I want this concealer to go. And I need to open a new one because this one has now run out. Oh, do you know what I've not done? I've not wet my brush, my sponge, to blend out this concealer, and I'm gonna be so lazy. I'm gonna use a brush to do this. I mean, this is totally a way that you could do your concealer. Just, I usually prefer to use a sponge. But it's cool. You can do it like this. Just, you know what I'm gonna need to do is to spritz this just a bit. Where is not that 6 Plus? Just a little bit, so that we get a little bit more movement with the concealer. There we go. It's just a very subtle highlight. Nothing too dramatic. I could, if I wanted, have added in some C12 into that concealer, but I don't feel as though that's really that necessary. And we can set it with a brighter powder, which will do everything we need it to do. Right, boom, boom. I don't really like this setting powder, or rather, I've not made up my mind about this setting powder, but I'm going to try it again anyway. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 30. 30? Yeah, 30 medium deep. I keep trying it out, but I don't know what to do. I do really like the consistency of the powder. It's super finely milled and really, really just beautiful, I guess, in terms of how the product is milled, but I don't know if I like it on my skin. That's the only challenge I have with it. And I don't know if it's because I've not figured out how best to apply it, so I'm just gonna keep using it and hope that one day I'll have a brainwave moment and be like, oh my god, this is how I should have been using this all along. But you never know. You just never know. I am just gonna go in and contour a little bit, and I'm using the LA Girl powder in the shade Cocoa. I'm using this very lightly, almost like a bronzer. I'm not gonna put it in to be very direct and be more like a contour. And that's why I'm using this large headed brush. And then I do want a little bit of a flush to the cheeks, but not too much. So we're gonna have to be really gentle with this. And I think I'm going to use this Sleek by 3 palette in the colorway Flame and use this shade at the end here, this one, but literally just that, 2 swipes, and then very lightly dust this up my cheeks. Right, so I feel as though I need to blend in this yellow a lot better. So I'm just going back into the palette. I'm just going back into the yellow in the palette and picking up a pencil brush. And I'm just gonna blend that yellow in now into the eyelid a little bit more. Time for some liner. I'm trying out a new eyeliner. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skinny. liner. And it's got a super fine tip. So I'm going to try and do a wing with this. Such a nice fine point. Oh no! My eyelash got caught in the liner and has flicked onto my face. The tip on this liner is insane because you can get it so fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back up to this liner. Yes. Alright, so let me just, that took a lot of concentration. Let me do the other eye and pop some lashes on and then I'll be back to finish up. Okay, time to set my face. Where is my powder? So again, just using the LA Girl powder, this time in Chestnut. And I'm just gonna grab a big fluffy brush. I'm gonna grab quite a fluffy brush and just set my face. There we go. Alright, on to lips now. So Kai's got a very nude lip, so I am going to use I'm going to do a pinky nude lip, so I'm going to use the colour Tulle from Colourpop, and I'm going to use a lip liner. I'm going to use a dark brown chocolate lip liner from LA Girl. So basically, just line my lips like this. And then going in now with Tulle. I kind of just do that. Do my whole bottom lip. And then press my lips together. I don't know, I feel as though I do just want a little bit of lightness in the center, so I'm just going in with Chi. Kind of help that come together. Alright guys, this is the finished look. So yellow, Kylie Jenner inspired pop of colour in the center of in the inner corner. I really like this look, and I haven't worn wing liner in a really long time. I really like how that's come out as well. These lashes are looking really nice and feminine. By the way, these lashes are the same lashes that I bought in my Jumia haul months ago. I hope they're still available because I want to restock. So I'm going to go and check, and if they are available then I'll leave a link down in the description bar, and if they're not then I'm going to start looking for some alternatives, because these are just super lightweight, super feminine and really pretty. Like, they don't overtake the rest of the look of the eye, but they just add enough so that they look dramatic enough. Love this lip combo as well. What do you guys think? Are you going to be trying out this look? I would highly recommend it, just because, as I said earlier, it allows you to use colour, but in a kind of pop of a colourway, so that it's not overwhelming if you're feeling a bit daunted, and then this is definitely a way to incorporate it. So otherwise, if you haven't already, obviously I can't leave you without saying, please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and subscribe because it really helps me grow my channel. Lots of new videos coming up, so keep an eye out for that, and don't forget to follow me over on Instagram as well. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.